Hi everyone, welcome to Food for Thought, proudly brought to you by Redhotblue. So today we're joined by Jordan Miller, who wears many hats in this community. Currently We Speak Property is Jordan's latest venture. So welcome, Jordan.
Thanks, Jodie. Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. So before we get into We Speak Property, which is your latest venture, I just want to touch on obviously your background so people have an understanding of at this very young age, all the things that you've achieved.
Yeah.
So you spent 11 years as a commercial valuer.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into that.
Look, I guess when I finished high school, I had no idea what I was going to do. Typical young person thing.
Yeah.
Went through a whole list of courses at university, and there was one in there that said property, and I was always really interested in property from a young age, and enrolled in this degree with no idea what it actually meant at the end of the day, or what I was actually going to become. And a friend of mine suggested to me one day, how about you come and apply for a job at our firm as a valuer? And I thought, oh yeah, cool, maybe valuation of jewellery or cars, or I had no idea going into this job. I actually got the job with no idea about what I was actually going to be doing. I think I was 20 years old at that stage and fairly naive. I thought, yeah, cool, someone's going to pay me money to do something. I'm going to jump on board.
Absolutely, some ready
that.
cash.
So that was down the Gold Coast. It started out down there with a company called Redhotblue, and I then transferred up to Mackay about a year later. Property market in the Gold Coast was crashing at the time, and Mackay was obviously booming as well with the mining boom in around 2006. Fast forward around about 10 years, I was a partner at Redhotblue for 7. And
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And after 10 years, I moved on at the start of 2017.
Very good. Now, in that time, obviously you weren't just going to work every day. There's also this wonderful organisation that was created called YP. And for those people who don't know, it's Young Professionals. Yeah. They even let me in. Young at heart, I believe, isn't it?
That's right,
Is that not what it's all about?
Yeah.
So just can you give us a little bit, because I mean, obviously Redhotblue's been involved from the get-go as sponsoring, and we see it as such a valuable thing for our region. But from your perspective as a young person, as a professional in a regional area, why was that something that you felt was so important to sort of drive forward in our community?
Yeah, I've told the story to a few people about when I first came back to Mackay, and frankly, I was really bored. When I left Mackay at the end of high school, I really didn't enjoy the place, but these days we absolutely love it. But when I first came back after leaving the Gold Coast and graduating from uni and all that sort of thing, I got back here and I was sitting around. It was, and socially there wasn't too much going on. A lot of my friends had moved away, and I didn't have that many good friends here. And I was sitting on the couch with my parents one Friday night, drinking red wine with them, and I was 21 at the time, and I was like, far out, man, you've got to do something. Like, you're sitting here and your best friend is your cat and your mum. Yeah. You've got to do something about that.
That's concerning, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I kind of had to sort of look inwards and go, wow.
But your mum's pretty cool.
She is a pretty cool mum.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah.
So, and my parents actually encouraged me. They said, rather than sitting here whinging and moaning about it, why don't you do something about it? And got together a group of people on a Friday night. We put an ad in the local newspaper, advertising this Young Professionals network thing that we were going to start, and we had no idea what we were doing. Just put the ad in the paper, put a time in, 5:30 Friday night at one of the local pubs, and we opened the doors that afternoon, and we had 80 people roll through.
Awesome.
And it snowballed from there.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so how long has it been going now?
Almost 10 years. So 2018 will be 10 years.
So big party.
I think so, yeah, definitely.
I think we've got to celebrate for that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's evolved a fair bit over the time.
Yeah.
We've gone from just being a bit of a drinking club to now being a fully fledged
drinking and education.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we still need to bring in the social and the fun part of it, which is obviously a bit of liquid courage for a lot of people. But our main core is still social. It's bringing people together, connecting people, and giving them that friendship group, and also giving them the ability to find a group of friends that they want to be around, which then makes them more likely to stay in a place like Mackay.
Absolutely. And I know you're a huge advocate. I mean, obviously I've attended a lot of the events and had the privilege of speaking at some, and I think it's just so great that we are encouraging young professionals to realise that they can have a career, in regional areas. Yeah. And, you are such an advocate for this region. I love at events when we're at that you always pose those challenging questions, to the presenters, which I think is fantastic, because that's what's going to keep Mackay people thinking, what next? What can we do?
Yeah. And I think it's a big issue that we've seen over the years, is that brain drain from places like Mackay and other regional areas is that people finish school and the first idea they've got is to move away to a capital city to study.
Exactly.
But for a young person, there's an awesome opportunity to build a career in a place like Mackay or any regional location.
Yeah, and I think finding those networks means that, it can help just give that confidence, can't it, that it can be here. And we've got a great lifestyle.
Big time.
Great
region.
I
think once people get those...
down by the beach?
Yeah.
On the beach?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. it's a tough lifestyle.
Exactly.
Yeah. I compare that. I mean, it took me 6 minutes to get here from home this morning, and I compare that to my friends in Sydney or Brisbane that they probably spend an hour and a half on the train in the morning to get to work, and I can leave here and be walking on the beach 15 minutes after leaving work. So
that's living life.
That's right. But also job opportunities in a place like here is the experience you can build is just incredible. Yeah.
Now you recently were appointed board member of GW3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, a huge reason to show young people what can be done, and again pushing that Mackay advocacy. Yeah. So how's all that going?
Yeah. So Greater Whitsunday Alliance, our sole purpose is to attract projects that stimulate the local economy in the Mackay, Isaac and Whitsunday regions. It's also to create a more livable area. So obviously you've got to focus on new projects that stimulate jobs and different opportunities like that. Mm-hmm. But it's also about protecting what we've got. And Mackay and Isaac and Whitsunday regions have some awesome things that we've got in terms of our natural assets. Obviously you've got the Whitsundays up the road. We've got Cape Hillsborough and Mackay. And Isaacs is obviously an amazing area in terms of the coal that it produces, but also tourism. So it's about promoting that to the external world.
Yeah, right.
But also promoting it to ourselves is that we've got to embrace what we've got here. And
it's true, isn't it? I think we all take for granted what we've got here, and having some foreigners work for us, really has brought to our attention how lucky we are, when we sort of go, it's a little bit cool today, but, we can still pop outdoors and walk on the beach and not rugged up.
Yeah.
And even our rain isn't as cold as, down south. So we are very fortunate what we've got here.
I saw a joke the other day. Someone said, it was on Facebook, and they said they loved winter last year. It was on a Thursday in 2015. It is so true.
Although I love it. See, I've got the boots on already. So any excuse for me from a fashion point of view, I'm like, it's a bit cold. Let's chuck the boots and a jacket on. So
I think cold's anything less than 28 degrees on Mackay. So
that's it, exactly right. So let's move on to your latest venture. Obviously, this is your passion, your baby at the moment. Yeah. We Speak Property.
Yes.
And I see you've got your great little voice bubble down there, which is very quirky.
Yeah, it's
hold that above your head when you speak.
Just
that's
a bit like that. Look, it's just something, a silly little thing that we take around with us when we travel.
It's great.
Obviously, it links in with our logo, but
cool.
Look, we when we come up with the company name, we just sort of thought, what is it that we actually do? And some of the things we threw around was fluent in property, and we speak the language of property, and that's obviously where the name eventually came out of.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's also it has a really approachable feel to it. Do you know what I mean? So, and it's not cliche. Which is what's really nice about it. And I think that sums up who you are too, your personality, which is so important with brand, making sure that people truly embrace the experience and the journey that they're going on with someone.
Exactly right.
So how's it all going? Tell us how things are.
Fantastic, actually. Last year, Christy, my fiancée, and I took 2 months off and travelled around Europe, and that was really just, for me, it was a bit of an opportunity after 10 years in the career to sort of reflect on what I've done and where I wanted to go, and I looked at my passions and what really sat at the core of my heart about what I really enjoyed doing, but what drove me and what made me excited to get up in the morning. Yeah. I quickly realised that what I was doing wasn't that anymore. I'd grown differently as a person over that 10 or 11 year period, and end of last year resigned from that job and sold out of the business and
had some time off.
Yeah, a bit of time off, sat around on the beach and didn't do much at all, really. We just chilled out and.
People are just going to think you've got the life of luxury here.
I assure you, it's not.
No, there's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's plenty of 4 a.m. mornings and things like that. But look, the idea for We Speak Property came about through a conversation with a friend of mine who was also a former property valuer.
Okay.
Very analytical mind, just absolutely brilliant with the process side of things, and really just understands property. I'm more so the person that likes to go out and meet people and find different business opportunities, and together, collectively, our brains work really well together.
Yeah, it's a great combo.
Yeah, so we had no idea what we were going to do when we first kicked off back in around about February this year. But over the last couple of months, we've really, I guess we've narrowed down that focus for our business, and over the last couple of months, we've found a lot of opportunity for us.
Fantastic. Here in the region?
Yeah, obviously
beyond?
Mackay is my hometown, and Alan, my business partner, is originally from Mackay.
Okay.
He's based on the Sunshine Coast now, so we've got a really good opportunity down there that it will open up a lot of potential for our business.
That's
having
fantastic.
access to that southeast corner.
Yeah.
And the support from a lot of our business contacts and referrers and people like that has just been amazing.
Okay, well, that's great.
2
to
months
hear.
in, we're pretty excited. I think, when you first start out, a lot of sleepless nights, and you're like,
Yes.
oh gosh, what's going to happen? And where's, am I going to be flipping burgers at Macca's in 6 months' time?
But I think when you've got a drive and a passion, which is so evident in everything you've done, since the beginning of your career when you thought you might be going in and valuing jewellery, right through to everything you've done now, there's always a true passion. And I think when someone's passionate about what they're doing, you just have this energy and drive to make it happen regardless. And, the road might take a little bit longer, but I think you've got that view, you've got that vision, and that's where you're headed. So
I think for us,
big things ahead.
Yeah, exactly right. We're pretty excited about the future, and going into the business originally, we didn't really know exactly what we wanted to do in terms of what our product was or our offering. But at the heart of it, we knew that our reason for why we were doing what we were doing, and that was to help people through the property journey and take away some of those headaches. And anything that we do into the future will come back to the core of that. That's what drives us.
Got our quirky questions coming up.
Okay.
Short, snappy.
Yeah.
Don't think too much about them.
Better drink some caffeine.
Yeah, have some caffeine.
Yeah,
have a fix because, you might need to get that thinking cap on. So, favourite movie when you were a kid?
Ooh.
Or TV show, if that's an easier option.
Oh, TV show. Definitely The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Okay. Particular character?
Homer.
Homer.
I always speak about my mentors in my life, and Homer Simpson
He's
one of them. And the thing you taught me was just don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, very true.
Life's too short.
Love it. How do you like to relax?
We don't really relax too much. Our weekends are pretty active, so riding or running or swimming.
If you have that moment of doing nothing, what would it be?
Sunday afternoon, sitting on the beach in front of our place with a glass of red wine.
Sounds perfect.
That's life.
Perfect Sunday breakfast, because I know you sometimes do these.
Yeah, I quite like. I'm a big advocate for cooking at home. Actually, I absolutely love it. I'm reasonably good on our coffee machine at home.
Yep.
And yeah, for me, just kicking back at home on a Sunday morning.
Excellent. Well, with a view of the ocean, why would you want to be anywhere else?
Yeah,
No cafe
I can make some
that.
okay pancakes as well. So I'm not the best chef, but breakfast I've got nailed.
Oh, that's good. Early bird or night owl?
Definitely an early bird.
Definitely an early bird.
We're up sort of in the 4s most mornings.
Okay.
But come 8:15, I'm a zombie. At night time, that is.
Oh, night time.
Yeah,
right,
night time. Sorry, yeah.
So off to bed early.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Most memorable moment?
Most memorable moment. That's a tough one. I think it's probably a whole experience for us would have been last year. 2 months of riding our bikes through Europe, doing what you wanted to do every single day, waking up, choosing which direction you were going to go in.
Yeah,
we had
awesome.
no plan, no end point. We just had an end date.
Yeah, that's really cool.
For me, that's probably one of the best moments of my life.
That's awesome.
Other than probably getting engaged.
I was going to say, now come on, that's got to be in there. I'm sure Christy will be watching this at some point. So that's got to be in there. And any dates set?
Next year, in March next year. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
From all of us here. Now, for every guest that we have on board, we choose an item for them.
Okay.
Something we think represents them.
All right.
So we've chosen these lovely retro glasses for you, Jordan. And the reason being is because we believe you've got someone with such vision.
Yeah.
Okay. In everything you do, regardless of what you do. Oh, looking stylish.
I don't know. I don't think I really look like Clark Kent, but probably more like
maybe.
Bill Gates, maybe.
I think it looks great. I think you could use them depending on what meetings you're going into.
Okay.
Different look.
Yeah, I might improve my...
So, what we'd like to say is, with these glasses on, with vision, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
10 years' time?
So how old will that make you be? Let's share that. You're only young. You're only young.
No one actually knows my real age. Because
you look so young.
Yeah, I'm not going to share that one on camera because then everyone will know.
Oh, come on. Okay.
I got asked the other day if I was 24, so let's go with that.
Okay, you'll be under 40.
10 years time? Yeah, well, if we go with the 24.
Well,
then, yeah.
Exactly. So where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? What's your vision? If you had no limits, could do anything you want, time wasn't an issue, money wasn't an object, what would it be?
10 years' time, I think having built a really good business by that stage, and that business I would love to be at a point where it's really humming along well, run by a fantastic team that I can help lead.
Okay.
I would also love still to be in Mackay. We absolutely love this region. Even if I had all the money in the world, I don't think I would leave.
Wow, that's great.
I'd probably spend a couple of months a year in somewhere like Bolzano in Italy.
Of course, because you're going to have made millions. So
yeah,
you'll have
right.
condos around the world.
Exactly right. For me, like life's like my sort of aspirations have changed a fair bit since I was 21. Money's not the ideal object or the end point for me. It's more about lifestyle and having choice.
Yeah.
Having that freedom to wake up every day and do what you want to do, and in 10 years' time, that's the position I hope to be in.
And don't you think loving what you do? You know, we had this comment the other day. Someone said, "Oh, choose a career that's going to make you the most money," and I said, "Oh, that's a really sad way to think of it. Choose something that you're going to enjoy every day because you've got to do it for a long time ahead." Yeah,
spot on. Yeah, I think if you're being driven by passion or your heart, it doesn't become work. You wake up every day excited to do what you're going to do. And
now we've got a little surprise for you, Jordan. This is something I know about. So for Christmas, I know that you do Cocoa Pops. Is this right? Christmas morning.
Easter. This is...
You do Cocoa Pops.
Okay.
And so I just thought we've got to try this. And champagne.
Yeah.
So Cocoa Pops and champagne. We've only got soup spoons.
No, that's fine. It's
soup spoons or teaspoons?
It just actually helps hold
and champagne. We've got to do champagne. I went, I've got to try this with you. So cheers, Jordan.
Cheers.
Thank you for being a part of Food for Thought.
Thank you for having me. It's
champagne.
A lot of people, they all shudder when I talk about this.
Oh, it is crazy. I did read when I read it on Facebook and I commented. And I was like, wow, really? All right, so.
It's actually like...
So I've thoroughly enjoyed trying this flavour out, Jordan, the Cocoa Pops and the champagne. Thank you for sharing this.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Your Easter tradition.
We've still got half a box to go, Jodie, so we're going to be here a while.
Well, we will be, or maybe we can just do this weekly. What do you reckon? Champagne and Cocoa Pops sounds like a great idea.
Nothing quite like that for breakfast.
Thank you so much for joining us at Food for Thought today. Here, Jordan, we've thoroughly enjoyed catching up with you and look forward to where that 10-year vision's going. And also, We Speak Property, all the best with it.
Thank you very much. And thanks to Redhotblue for their continued support of our young professionals group over the last almost 10 years. We look forward to having a massive party with you next year in 2018.
Yeah, you're in the right place.
That's right.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, Jodie.
You're welcome.
Cheers.